Batting fifth, designated hitter, number 29, Chance Bryant. Batting sixth in center field, number 36, Blake Carroll.
And welcome out
Batting seventh,
for the championship round of today's contest here in USA South Baseball. We have LaGrange College Panthers coming in as a 3 seed, Greensboro the 6 seed. The Panthers have yet to be defeated here in this double elimination tournament. Greensboro has been scratching and clawing and getting on a roll here the last couple of days.
Now for the designated home team, the LaGrange College
Now let's take a look at the starting lineups. First for the Pride. The Pride will be the visitors. Leading off, it'll be the third baseman, number 9, Tyler Price. Batting second, the shortstop, number 1, Hunter Curtis. Batting third, the left fielder, number 16, Lincoln Hewitt. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 12, Scotty Mcguire. Batting fifth, number 29, Chance Bryant, the DH. Hitting sixth, the center fielder, number 36, Blake Carroll. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 34, Derek Jar. Hitting eighth, the right fielder, number 3, Tim Osborne. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 13, Jacob Rodrigues. Price, Curtis, Hewitt, McGuire, Bryant, Carroll, Jar, Osborne, Rodrigues. On the hill, Clayton Slater, a junior lefty out of Clearwater, Florida. For the Panthers, we will conclude with their lineup here in 1 minute, but first we'll have the playing of the national anthem.
Fans, at this time, we ask that you please honor America.
And then the Panther lineup, and we'll get things going here at Cleveland Field at Williamson Stadium. And now we will look at the starting lineups for the LaGrange College Panthers. Panthers, 29-9 overall. Leading off, it'll be the second baseman, number 4, Cale Chatham. Batting second, the center fielder, McKinley Herbs. Hitting third, the number 17, the third baseman, Joe Ruth. Batting fourth, the DH, number 2, E.J. Churchich. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 12, Trey Pierce. Hitting in the sixth spot, number 22, Judd Moore, the right fielder. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 5, Jack Lamerson. Hitting eighth, the catcher, number 11, Austin McDade. And batting ninth, the shortstop, number 21, Rhett Holland. Chatham, Ers, Root, Churchich, Pierce, Moore, Lamerson, McDade, and then Holland. On the hill for the Panthers, it'll be Gibson Bittner, the sophomore righty out of Punta Gorda, Florida. Greensboro's head coach, Frank Maldonado. He's assisted by Matt Reed, Avery Booker, Blake Glass. For the Panthers in his 6th year, David Kelton, the head coach. He's assisted by Scott Millars, Nick Biemendorfer, and Blaine Swift. So Bittner gets the start today, the sophomore righty for LaGrange College. 4.47 ERA, comes in making his 4th start of the year, 17th appearance of the year with a 7-3 record this season. Bittner in 44 1/3 innings has given up 50 hits, 27 runs, 22 of those earned, 15 walks to 42 strikeouts, and opposing batters hitting .276 right now off the sophomore righty from Punta Gorda, Florida.
Leading off for the Pride, third baseman Tyler Price.
And he will start off with the trio of Price, Curtis, and then Hewitt. Leading off, number 9, Tyler Price, the senior out of Stanley, North Carolina. Championship round here on this Sunday. Bittner gets the go sign. And we are underway here in this championship game. First pitch, fastball, strike on the outside edge for the Panthers. Righty-righty matchup, next delivery. Chop towards third and past a diving Ruth at third. And a leadoff hit for the Pride. For Tyler Price, that is hit number 44 on the year. And the Pride, who have been doing it throughout this tournament, getting a lot of offensive production. They start out here the same. Now up is Hunter Curtis, the junior righty out of Graham, North Carolina. Curtis, the shortstop, steps into the batter's box and squares to bunt that one outside. 1-0 the count. Curtis batting .320 on the year, 49 hits, 153 at bats with 38 runs scored, 31 RBIs on the season. 1-0 offering. Hit towards third. Ruth up with it, fires to second for one. The relay throw is in time. 5-4-3 put out on the double play will erase Price from second. Curtis going to first, and now 2 outs and nobody on for the Panther defense.
Now batting the left fielder, Lincoln Hewitt.
This will bring up Lincoln Hewitt, the senior out of Gainesville, Georgia. Hewitt hitting .347, tied for second on the team in batting average. First pitch down low for ball one. Hewitt, 52 hits at the top with Jacob Rodrigues in that category and 150 at-bats. This one swung on and missed. Hewitt slugging at .527, on-base percentage of .416. He has 11 doubles to lead this team. 5 triples also leads in the category. And 2 homers. This one flares foul off the left side. 2-1 the count. Defensively for the Panthers, Bittner on the hill, McDade his battery mate behind the plate. At first is Pierce, Chatham at second, Holland at short, Ruth is at third. In the outfield from left to right, it goes Larison, Irvs, and then Moore. 1-2 offering. Outside, 2-2. This Pride team, they have won 4 straight, sitting at 22-17 overall right now. 2-2 offering. That's a ball. Of course, beautiful conditions for this championship round here today. 75 degrees in LaGrange, Georgia. Wind blowing out towards center at around 5 to 10 miles an hour today. 3-2 pitch. Golf swing, up, and a soft liner into the mitt of Chatham for out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, no one left. We will go to the bottom of the first. Panthers coming to the plate for the first time today, and we'll have more baseball for you right after this quick timeout. And welcome back out as we get set up for the bottom of the first inning. Panthers line up once again. Chatham, Urs, Ruth, Churchich, Pierce, Moore, Laberson, McDade, and then Holland. Pitching today for the Pride, it'll be number 21, Clayton Slater, a junior lefty out of Clearwater, Florida. Slater, a 3.94 ERA, 4-3 record on the season. He is making his fourth start of the year, his 14th appearance of the season as well. In 29 2/3 innings this year, Slater has given up 29 hits, 17 runs, 13 of those earned, 18 walks, 13 strikeouts, and opposing batters hitting .261 right now off the junior lefty from Clearwater, Florida.
Leading off for LaGrange, second baseman, Carroll Chatham.
So here is Cale Chatham, freshman out of Woodstock, Georgia. You look at the top three in the Panther lineup as the first one swung on and missed. It goes freshman, sophomore, freshman in the top three for LaGrange College. 0-1 the count in this lefty-lefty matchup. Next pitch, rides high, 1-1. Chatham on the year batting .333, 43 hits, 129 at bats with 37 runs scored, 22 RBIs on the year for Chatham. 10 doubles, 1 homer, slugging at .434. On base percentage of .453, 25 walks, 23 strikeouts, 5 times he has been hit by a pitch this season. 2-1 offering, swung on and missed, 2-2. Defensively for the Pride, Slater on the hill. Mcguire is his battery mate behind the plate. Jar at first, Rodrigues at second, Curtis at short, Price is at third. In the outfield from left to right, Hewitt, Carroll, Osborne. Two and two the count. Time given here to Mcguire. Going to talk with the man in blue. Everything good. 4-man crew here today. All hands on deck for the men in blue here in this championship contest. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. And Chatham retired on strikes to start this one for the Panther batters. Brings up McKinley Urs.
Center fielder, McKinley Urs.
Urs, the sophomore righty out of Huntsville, Alabama. Urs leads the team right now with a .423 batting average. 52 hits to lead this team in 123 at-bats, 35 runs scored, 18 RBIs. First pitch reaches out, Tapper to third. Glove by Price, the throw to first. Jar is in time for out number 2. So this will bring up
third baseman, Joe Ruth.
Joe Ruth, the freshman out of Chiefland, Florida. Ruth, a .348 batting average, 54 hits, 155 at-bats, 33 runs scored, 40 RBIs. And leads all Panther batters win the RBI department. He has 6 doubles, 3 triples, 1 homer, slugging at .445. On base percentage of .414 with 20 walks to 18 strikeouts, and he has been hit by a pitch once. 0-1 the count in this lefty-lefty matchup. This one hit up the middle. Rodrigues ranging just underneath the glove of the second baseman. And Ruth will have the first hit of the day for LaGrange College.
Now batting designated hitter, E.J. Churchich.
E.J. Churchich to the plate. Junior out of Bluffton, South Carolina. He will step into the right-handed batter's box. Turchich, a .304 batting average, 35 hits, 115 at-bats with 32 runs scored, 30 RBIs on the year for the DH. First pitch he sees is outside for ball one. Turchich, 6 doubles, 4 home runs, tied at the top in the home run department with Jack Larison, who we'll see in a few more batters. 1-0 the count. That pitch way outside, 2-0. Turchich slugging at .461, on base percentage of .446, 29 walks to 34 strikeouts on the year, and twice he's been hit by a pitch. 2-0 offering. Swung on, hit towards short, gloved by Curtis, long throw to first, Jowell with the scoop and got him at first. Bang, bang, play at first, and the Panthers are done with inning number 1 on a great defensive effort from the shortstop Curtis and the first baseman Jar. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We're through 1 inning here in this championship contest. We go to the top of the second. 0-0, Pride coming back to the plate, and back with more baseball after this quick timeout.
Pride, the catcher is Scotty Mcguire.
Welcome back out. Top of the second inning we go. 4, 5, and 6 coming up for the Pride. Mcguire, Bryant, Carroll. Each team with 1 hit today. Neither team with a run across so far as we go in the top of frame 2. Here's Mcguire, the catcher. First pitch outside for ball 1 from Bittner. Mcguire, a junior out of Tampa, Florida. Pitch outside as well. Hitting in the cleanup spot, Mcguire batting .340 this season. 50 hits, 147 at-bats with 38 runs scored and 29 RBIs on the year. 2-0 is a fastball right down the middle, 2-1. Out of those 50 hits, 10 doubles, 3 triples, 1 home run, slugging at .469. On base percentage of .443, 23 walks, 24 strikeouts, and he's been hit by a pitch 5 times this season. As another straight ball across, 2-2. Two and two the count. Swan into the netting. Count stays at 2-2. If you're unfamiliar with Cleveland Field at Williamson Stadium, it is .330 down the lines, .375 to the power alleys, and .400 to dead center. 10-foot fence around the perimeter of the outfield, and it shoots up to 25 feet in the middle as this dribbler off the mound, throw to first, and Bittner with the great reaction time off the hill. Bare hands it, fires to first, and in time for out number 1. That was a tough play. And credit both Bittner and McDade for the communication leading up before that one, figuring out who's going to take it. Here's the DH now and Chance Bryant. First pitch high for ball 1. Bryant is sophomore out of Elizabethtown, North Carolina. On the year, a .333 hitter, 29 hits, 87 at-bats with 20 runs scored and 27 RBIs as the righty swings and misses. .1-1 the count. .437 slugging percentage for Bryant. 4 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run as this off-speed pitch across the plate, 1 and 2. Bryant on base percentage of .468, 18 walks, just 8 strikeouts on the year, and 4 times he's been hit as the 1-2 up high, 2 and 2. We said wind blowing out today. We'll see if it's much of a factor as this one off the top of the barrel and back. Day 2 of this tournament saw winds blowing out at around 10 to 15 miles an hour, and we did not have a home run at all that day. Yesterday, when the air was still, we saw Jar tattoo one over the left field fence. He hit 3 over that way. The other 2 had a shot to go out too, landing 1 at the base of the fence and 1 on the fence, as the count remains 2 and 2. Jar, 2 batters away from the first baseman there. You look as the 2-2 pitch called strike 3. Bittner gets his first ring up of the day. 2 down, it brings up Blake Carroll, the center fielder. Carroll, sophomore out of Land O'Lakes, Florida. He's in the right-handed batter's box. First pitch way outside to the righty. Blake Carroll, .347 batting average. 41 hits, 118 at-bats with 33 runs scored, 24 RBIs. 9 doubles, 2 homers on the year, slugging at .475 is the next one high, 2-0 the count. Carroll on base percentage of .431. 13 walks, 10 strikeouts. 5 times he's been hit as that one 2-1 the count. That one called a strike on the inside edge. Here's the 2-1 offering. 2-2 as that one fouled off. In this tournament so far, Carroll 14 for 23 in this tournament. He has been unreal in the 6th spot. That one up and back out of play. 14 for 23. And Carroll leading all outfielders now with a .609 tournament batting average. As that one down low, 3-2 the count. Slugging at .652 for the tournament, OBP of .625 for this tournament. 3-2 the count, 2 outs, no one aboard. Bittner fires, popped up and back again. If you look at just the tournament stats, 5 out of the 9 positions has a Greensboro Pride player at the top in terms of batting. As that one inside, and Carroll will race to first.
Now batting first baseman Derek Jar.
I don't think I've ever. Brings up Derek Jar now. We talked about him just a little bit ago. Showed the power. Jar out of St. Petersburg, Florida. First pitch to the righty. One and 0 the count. Jar hitting .279 on the year. 19 hits, 68 at-bats, 9 runs scored, 22 RBIs. Hit his 3rd home run of the year yesterday. Here also has 3 doubles and 1 triple, slugging at .485, on base percentage of .383, 11 walks, 11 strikeouts. 2-0 the count. The pitch in for a strike. Jar, to my knowledge, the only home run hit here at Cleveland Field at Williamson Stadium. And that was yesterday. Said he had a chance, honestly. One was about a foot away, another one was halfway up the fencing. As he liked about 20 feet down from that left field fencing from the corner as a strike called here, 2-2 the count. Two and two the count. Carroll aboard at first. The pitch, fouled back. This year, the Pride, 44 stolen bases. They've been caught 6 times this season. Carroll, the leader in the stolen base category. He is a perfect 11 for 11 this season. Bittner, the 2-2. Called strike 3 on the outside edge, and the Panthers out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second. Panthers coming back to the plate. Scoreless here at Cleveland Field at Williamson Stadium, and we have more baseball for you coming up after this quick break. Welcome back out. We go to the bottom of the second. Pierce, Moore, Layerson do up 4, 5, and 6 in the Panther batting order. Up first, Trey Pierce, junior lefty out of Tallahassee, Florida. First pitch into Pierce is a strike. Pierce on the season hitting at .310, 40 hits, 129 at-bats with 22 runs scored, 35 RBIs. 0-1, tap back up the middle, shortstop there with it. Curtis fires to Jar in plenty of time for out number 1.
Now batting the right fielder, Judd Moore.
So bring up Judd Moore, the sophomore left-handed batter out of Oxford, Alabama. Moore hitting .382 right now. 21 hits, 55 at-bats, 16 runs scored, 14 RBIs as he pops this one to the left and out of play. Moore slugging at .455, 2 doubles, 1 triple this season. On base percentage of .462 as this one bounced toward Rodrigues at second. He gloves it cleanly, throws to first in time for the second out of the inning.
Left fielder, Jack Larison.
Brings up the sophomore Jack Larison out of Ponte Vedra, Florida, lefty. Steps to the plate. Leverson batting .292 this season. 35 hits, 120 at-bats, 19 runs scored, 20 RBIs. 4 doubles, 2 triples, 4 home runs. Ties him at the top with Turcic in the home run categories. This one, high bouncer down the first base line. Picked up in a beautiful barehanded grab and flip. Slater to jar for the 3rd out of the inning, and the Pride make quick work of the Panther batters here in the bottom of the 2nd. We go to the top of the 3rd, still scoreless, and back with more baseball after this quick break.
Leading off for the Pride, right fielder Tim Osborne.
Welcome back out. Top of the 3rd inning. 8-9-1 coming up for Greensboro. Osborne, Rodrigues, and then Price. Leading off, it'll be Tim Osborne, the senior, out of Newport Richey, Florida. First pitch, popped up and back out of play. Osborne, .284 batting average this year, 23 hits, 81 at-bats, 14 runs scored, 13 RBIs as he hits the breaking ball towards the hole. Holland down with the stop, long throw, brought Pierce off the mark of the bag at first, and that'll be an infield hit for Tim Osborne. Tough play for Holland, having to go deep in the hole, come up with the backhand grab, and really just stop the momentum and turn all the way back to fire to first. But the leadoff man aboard here for the Pride on their 2nd hit of the day, and it brings up the number 9 man in Jacob Rodrigues. Rodrigues, a junior out of Tampa, Florida. Rodrigues leading the team in batting average from the 9 spot, hitting .369. This one attempt popped up high into the netting. 0-1 the count. Rodrigues 52 hits, tied at the top with Lincoln Hewitt in 141 at-bats, 35 runs scored, 19 RBIs. Out of the 52 hits, 7 for extra bases, and all 7 have been doubles. Slugging at .418 now, Rodrigues. He'll square to bunt, called a strike on the outside edge. On-base percentage for Rodrigues sitting at .445, 12 walks, 12 strikeouts. He's been hit 9 times this season. Osborne at first, 0-2 count on Rodrigues. This one down the line and foul just over the bullpen for the Panthers to our right. So you look at the Pride right now, 22-17 overall. Greensboro currently on a 4-game winning streak. LaGrange 29-9 overall, 6-game winning streak. This one straightened out and will get down in front of McKinley Irves for a base hit. Back-to-back hits for the first time today for the Pride. Osborne out to second. Rodrigues at first.
Third baseman Tyler Price.
And now we go back to the top of the order with Tyler Price, the third baseman. Price leading all third basemen here in this tournament, hitting .450 for the tournament right now. First pitch up high. He singled at his first at bat back in the first inning. Price now with 10 hits in this tournament as this one bunted, third base side, picked up, throw to first from Bittner. Good soft bunt that time by Price. Advances Osborne to third, Rodrigues to second. Foul ball. They hit him in the box, so they're going to call a foul ball. They'll bring him back. 1-1 the count. Here's the 1-1. See if he does it again. Corners of the infield are in on the grass. This one just outside. Pierce about 4 or 5 steps in on the infield grass. Just on the edge of the grass is Ruth at third for the Panthers. Pierce will charge. Chatham, in effect, will cover first here in this scenario. 2-1 offering up high. That went off the umpire, I believe. That went right through everybody, past the bat. We'll have to see if there was a swing attempt made or not. McDade was actually looking for a brush. McDade asked if he wanted to clean the plate off. 2-2 the count. Everyone looks to be all right. 2-2 the count, nobody out, 2 on for the Pride. Bittner checks, delivers, low. Ball 3, 3-2 the count. Three and two. Bittner again checks. Osborne at second. Rodrigues at first. This pitch inside, ball 4. So the second walk of the day has loaded up the bases now with nobody out. It brings up Hunter Curtis, the shortstop.
Now batting the shortstop, Hunter Curtis.
Curtis bounced into a 5-4-3 double play in his first at bat today. Curtis hitting .318 coming into this game for the tournament. 7 hits in 22 at-bats for the shortstop. First pitch in there for a strike. Corners of the infield on the grass again. That one called a strike, caught the outside edge of the plate. 0-2 the count. The junior shortstop steps back in. Bittner working off the first base side of the rubber, fires. This one hit to third and off the body of Ruth. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score before Laylerson can pick it up, and the Pride have jumped out to the lead here in the top half of the third inning at 2-0. That was a shot. Ruth playing up just off the grass, couldn't hold it. It careened off his body, went out into left field, and it plates Osborne from third and Rodrigues from second. Price ends up at second when all is said and done. And Curtis aboard at first with the single and 2 RBIs. And still nobody out as Hewitt comes to the plate, popped up, back foul. Hewitt lined out softly to Chatham back in the first inning in his first at bat. Oh, and 1 the count as that one just did tick the bottom of the barrel. Just barely. 0 and 2. Oh and 2 the count. Runners at first and second, nobody out for the Pride. They've plated their first 2 here in the top of the third inning as this one chops softly to first. Pierce will pick it up. Tag the runner out going to first. Hewitt retired. Price, though, goes to third on the play. Curtis over to second. So 2 runners in scoring position now for the cleanup man and Scotty Mcguire.
Now batting the catcher, Scotty Mcguire.
And we will have a brief mound visit here. How did these teams get here? We'll recap the tournament now. I warned our SIDs up here who do not want to hear anything more about their respective teams to put the earplugs in at this point. On Thursday, Methodist defeated Maryville 8-7. LaGrange 9-7 winners over Greensboro. Piedmont and Covenant played in game 3. Covenant winning 7-2. North Carolina Wesleyan defeated Huntington 3-2 on day 1. So this is the second time the Panthers and the Pride have faced off against each other here in this tournament. Mcguire steps in, the junior out of Tampa, Florida. Price at third, Curtis at second, 1 out. Bittner, after the brief talk, fires the first pitch. Breaker inside edge, called a strike. On Friday, it was Greensboro eliminating Maryville 5-0. Huntington takes care of the number 1 seed in Piedmont 6-3. LaGrange and Methodist go 10 innings, and LaGrange wins it 7-5 on day 2. North Carolina Wesleyan defeated Covenant 11-1. Covenant went back-to-back. The Pride came back down 10-1. 16 unanswered to win 17-10 in game 9 of that night. As this one hit sharply past the second baseman Chatham and out into right field. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. And the catcher, with a single and 2 RBIs, now gives the Pride a 4-0 lead. Price in from third, Curtis in from second. 4 runs on 5 hits here in this game, as Bryant, the DH, up at the plate. 1 on, 1 out for the DH. He went down looking in his first at bat back in the second inning. The final game of that day 2 saw Methodist fall in 10 innings to Huntington as we went past the midnight hour, close to around 1 o'clock. Huntington came back to beat the Monarchs 8-7 to eliminate Methodist. 1-1 to count. The pitch, breaking pitch, swung on, hit right back up the middle. And the hit parade continues here for the Pride. Fifth hit of the inning.
Center fielder Blake Carroll.
Bryant at first, Mcguire now at second. It brings up the center fielder Blake Carroll, who drew a walk in his first at bat. First pitch up high for ball 1. Yesterday in tournament action, LaGrange in the first game of the day defeated North Carolina Wesleyan 8-0 to eliminate, to move North Carolina Wesleyan into the loser's bracket as this one popped up on the infield. Holland calling for it, edge of the grass, makes the squeeze for out number 2.
Now batting first baseman Derek Jar.
Brings up the 9th batter of the inning now in the first baseman Derek Jar. Jar, a junior out of St. Petersburg, Florida, went down looking to end the second inning in his first trip to the plate. Righty-righty matchup. Mcguire at second, Bryan at first with 2 outs. First pitch way outside for ball 1. Yesterday in game 12, it was Greensboro defeating Huntington 15-4. And in the nightcap yesterday, the Pride advanced by beating North Carolina Wesleyan 10-2 as this one's popped up. McDade late with the mask off, looking up, makes the catch. A foot in front of the netting for the 3rd out of the inning. McDade with a late jump on that one, but able to track it down to end the inning. But the Pride, they've done some damage here in the top of the 3rd. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. 4-0 Greensboro. We go to the bottom of the 3rd and back with more baseball after this quick timeout. Welcome back out. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Panthers are down 4-0. Up first is the catcher, Austin McDade. The junior out of Whitsett, North Carolina, comes to the plate for the first time today. It'll be 8-9-1. McDade, Holland, and Chatham due up here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. As the first pitch he sees is in there for strike 1. McDade on the season, a .216 batting average, 27 hits, 125 at-bats with 24 runs scored, 22 RBIs. This is a hard shot. Price off the diving stop, fires to first in time for out number 1.
Now batting the shortstop, Rhett Holland.
One away, it brings up Rhett Holland, the shortstop. Holland, the senior, left-handed batter out of Prattville, Alabama. Holland, a .303 hitter this season, 40 hits, 132 at-bats, 19 runs scored, 19 RBIs as well for Holland. Holland, 9 doubles, 1 triple, 1 homer, slugging at .409, on-base percentage of .354 with 9 walks, 23 strikeouts, and twice he's been hit by a pitch. 1-0 outside to the lefty, 2-0. Two and 0 the count. Slater. The sign, the delivery, floats it high. That one slipped off the fingers. 3-0 the count. Slater readies, fires, taken all the way, ball four. 4 straight pitches to Rhett Holland, and Holland will draw the walk. First walk given up on the day by Slater. This will take us back to the top of the order in Cale Chatham. The freshman lefty out of Woodstock, Georgia, struck out in his first at-bat to start the contest off for the Panthers. This one outside, ball one. Panthers this year, 48 stolen bases. They've been caught 17 times this year. This one called the strike, excuse me. 1-1 count. Holland is 2 for 2 in the stolen base category this season for LaGrange College. This one outside, now throw back to first, not in time as Holland had to scamper back quickly, got the Scooby-Doo legs underneath him to finally find the bag at first. 2-1 the count. Slater fires, popped up, left side, foul. Count moves to 2-2. Two and two the count. 1 on, 1 out. This pitch up high again. 3-2. In women's softball on Friday, double elimination tournament involving 6 teams. In game 1, Salem defeats Piedmont 4-1. Game 2 in 10 innings as Huntington fell to Everett 6-4. 3-2 pitch, swung on, back up the middle, and that's a base hit for the leadoff man in Cale Chatham.
Now batting center fielder McKinley Earls.
Holland goes to second, Chatham goes to first. McKinley Earls, the center fielder, now up. First pitch outside. Earls bounced out to third in his first at bat today. Sophomore. Second one up high, 2-0. McKinley Earls, of all the outfielders, second in batting average for the tournament. The only one better has been Blake Carroll with his .609 average. McKinley Earls for the tournament hitting .600. He's 6 for 10 in the tournament with 4 runs scored. Slugging at .600. And in the tournament, McKinley Earls with a .643 on base percentage. He, like Carroll for the Pride, has been key, has been stellar throughout the tournament. This one rides high, 3-0 the count. So we are running down the softball. Meredith on day 1 fell to Salem 11-6, and in 8 innings, Maryville defeated Everett 2-1. We'll get to Saturday's action here in just a second. 3-0 the count. Runners at first and second for the Panthers. The pitch to Earls, called a strike on the outside edge. 3-1. Yesterday, Meredith fell to Huntington 9-1. Everett defeated Piedmont 4-1. Salem turned around and fell to Maryville 9-3. Huntington lost to Everett 3-2. And then Everett beat Salem again 8-6 as that one swung on and missed. 3-2 the count. So today, it is Maryville, the 1 seed in the West, versus the 5 seed in the East in Averett. They will play at noon today, and we'll try to get you an update on that. 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed for McKinley Ers. 2 away here in the bottom of the 3rd inning for LaGrange College. Holland is at 3rd, Chatham is at 1st, brings up Joe Ruth, the freshman out of Chiefland, Florida. Ruth for the tournament hitting .364, 4 hits, 11 at-bats for Ruth. First pitch is away to the lefty for ball 1. So kind of the same scenario over at softball. Maryville has to lose 2. Averett has to win twice, rather. Over in that double elimination tournament, Maryville yet to drop a game. Two and 0 the count. 2 on, 2 out for LaGrange. Slater with the check, the delivery, floats it high. And once again, out to another 3-0 count. We saw 3-0 against Holland. We saw 3-0 just against Ers as well. But he fought back against Ers, ended up issuing the walk to Holland. 3-0 pitch, fires a straight ball here for a strike, 3-1. What does he come back with here for the Pride? Or can Ruth get aboard here with 2 outs? 3-1. He'll lift it out to center. Going back is Carroll, has plenty of room, will make the catch for out number 3. Panthers, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. We're through 3 complete. Top of the 4th we go, 4-0. Pride with the lead, and back with more baseball after this quick timeout.
Pride right fielder Tim Osborne.
Welcome back out. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Pride with a 4-0 lead, and they come back to the plate, and they will start like they started the 3rd inning. It'll be 8-9-1. Osborne, Rodrigues, and Price due up for Greensboro. Bittner working into his 3rd inning, fires the first pitch, which is fouled back out of play for strike 1. Bittner, 65 pitches coming into this inning already. He threw 10 in the first, 27 pitches in the second, and 28 pitches in that last inning for the Panthers. As that pitch outside, 1-1 the count. One and one the count to Osborne. He singled and scored in his last at-bat back in the 3rd inning as that one popped up and back. Now 1-2. Count in favor of the pitcher. Here's the 1-2 offering from Bittner. Hit towards Holland, gloves it down, turns, fires to first in time. And so far today, we have seen some spectacular plays from the left side of the infield for both sides.
Now batting second baseman Jacob Rodrigues.
One away for Jacob Rodrigues, now the second baseman. He singled and scored as well back in the third inning. This one sharply and line right into the mitt of Ruth. I'll repeat myself. The left side of the infield for the Panthers and the Pride. They have been on point here. Two down, nobody aboard as we go back to the top of the lineup for Greensboro. And here's Tyler Price, the third baseman. Price, 1 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Singled in the first, drew that walk in the last inning, and came around on the Mcguire single. 1-0 in there for his strike. 1-1. Price leading all third basemen in this tournament. He is batting .450 coming into this game. Another breaking pitch off speed, 1-2. Price came into this one for the tournament 9 for 20, slugging at .650, on base percentage of .556. As this one knocked down, went off him, and hopefully he'll be all right. Price will get some time. The senior out of Stanley, North Carolina, had that one go right off his left leg. He looks to be all right. Here's the 1-2. Inside, just missed the inner edge. That started out at the batter and whipped inside at the last second. 2-2 the count. See if Bittner comes back with it again. Here's the 2-2. Popped up. McDade looking up, this one out of play. Count stays at 2-2. Over at softball, Maryville leading Everett right now 5-0. That one in the bottom of the fourth inning. 2-2 pitch. Panthers thought they had something there. That one called a little bit low. 3-2. Bittner fires. Swung on and missed. And that will end the inning. A 1-2-3 inning for the Panthers defense. The first time they've been able to accomplish that today, as Bittner picks up his third K of the day as well. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 4-0 Pride. Back with more baseball. We'll be back with more after this quick break.
Leading off for LaGrange,
Welcome back out. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Pride with a 4-0 lead over the LaGrange College Panthers. It'll be Churchich, Pierce, Moore. 4, 5, and 6 coming up in the batting order. Now first is E.J. Churchich. He grounded out to short in his first at bat to end the first inning. First pitch up high. 1-0 the count. Of course, it's been a beautiful spring festival once again here in LaGrange College. They've hosted for the third consecutive year as this one swung on and missed. 1-1 the count. Appreciate everyone helping out. All the SIDs making me sound smart this past couple of days. Wes, Andrew, Adam, Troy. This one down low. 2-1 the count. The only thing I will not miss about this tournament is the horse song. I don't know what the name of it is. I don't want to know what the name of it is. 2-1 pitch. Line shot right into the glove, and playing perfectly that time was the second baseman, Rodrigues. They had him shifted over.
Now batting first baseman, Trey Pierce.
One away now for Trey Pierce, the first baseman. He grounded out to short as well in his first at bat. And now they're going to work this shift again. They will work the shift over to the right side of the field. And bring the shortstop, Curtis, just to the right side of the bag at second. So lots of room if he wants to go opposite field. This one popped up, and we'll get back out of play. One and one the count. Men's lacrosse yesterday, semifinals were in action as this one lined, and again, the shift works. It's hit right back up the middle. And Curtis collects for out number 2.
Right fielder, Judd Moore.
Brings up the right fielder now in Judd Moore. And they will abandon the shift for the right fielder. He grounded out to second in his first at bat. One and 0 the count to Moore. In the semifinals of men lacrosse, Huntington, the number 1 seed, defeats the 4 seed William Peace 17-14. This one will be opposite field for Moore. That's why they didn't have the shift on there. He goes opposite field into left, and a 2-out hit for the right fielder.
Left fielder, Jack Larison.
Just the third hit of the day for LaGrange College. Here's Jack Larison now, the left fielder. And they will go back to the shift one more time against Larison. Larison hitting .400 for the tournament. 4 hits, 10 at-bats. Slugging at .500. One 0 pitch outside, 2-0. So 2-0 the count. Moore at first, that throw, ball gets away from Jar. It will roll to the fence, and Moore will track his way to third. On the air, E1. And that'll be the first error for either team today. 2-0 the count. Shift is still on. Moore off of second. That pitch catches the inside edge on Larison. 2-1. 2-1 the count. Slater with the check back at second from the third base side of the rubber. He fires. This is a line shot. Will get down into center. Running start for Carroll. He'll fire it in. The Panthers will plate their first. Larison into second. The throw is cut off in front of the bag, and Jack Larison has come through for LaGrange, the sophomore from Ponte Vedra, Florida. It's the first RBI of the day, and the Panthers now down 4-1.
Now batting the catcher, Austin McDade.
Larison at second. Panthers, they've worked some two-out magic this season. Did a lot of damage the other day with 2 outs. In their game against North Carolina Wesleyan as well. 0-1 the count to Austin McDade, the catcher. When you look at the catchers in this tournament, McDade, just 1 hit in this tournament, but it was a home run over at Point. Back on day 1 as the 1-1 pitch down low inside, 2-1 the count. Two and 1 the count. Larison standing aboard. That one outside, 3-1. McDade has not walked at all here in this tournament. 3-1 offering. That's across the plate. 3-2. He's 0 for 1 on the day, bounced out to third, back in that third inning. The catcher waits. Slater fires. This one hit out towards center. Going back is Carroll and has room for out number 3. But the Panthers able to plate one here in the 4th inning and get the goose egg off the board. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, 1 left. We go to the top of the 5th. Pride with the 4-1 lead. Back with more baseball after this quick timeout.
Leading off of the Pride, shortstop Hunter Curtis.
Welcome back out. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Pride leading 4-1. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the batting order coming up for the Pride. Curtis, Hewitt, Mcguire. Up first, the shortstop, Hunter Curtis, 1 for 2 today. First pitch to the righty, in there for a strike. Bittner going into his 5th inning of work, 78 pitches, 52 for strike so far. Last inning, just 13 pitches needed, 9 of them for strikes, as another strike called here, 0-2. Curtis had a 2 RBI single and a run scored back in the third, bounced into a 5-4-3 double play in the first inning today. 0-2 pitch, outside, 1-2. One and two the count. Bittner from the first base side of the rubber fires. This one foul off the right side. Curtis almost got the moving object award to our right. 1-2 pitch. Fouled off to the left. Huntington, by the way, we were talking about men's lacrosse earlier. Huntington and Piedmont would do battle in that respect at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Huntington the 1 seed, Piedmont the 3 seed. Once again, Huntington defeated William Peace 17-14 in their game. 3 seed upset the 2 seed yesterday. Piedmont beat Methodist 11-6. One-two pitch, lifted high into right field. Moore waiting on it to come down. Will make the catch for out number 1.
Now batting the left fielder, Lincoln Hewitt.
Brings up Lincoln Hewitt, the senior out of Gainesville, Georgia. The lefty 0 for 2 today, lined out to second in the first inning, grounded out to Pierce at first in the third inning. First pitch in the righty-lefty matchup is a swing and a miss for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Low and inside. 1-1 the count. In women's tennis, first round action, LaGrange fell to North Carolina Wesleyan 5-0 on Friday. It was Piedmont 5-0 winners over Meredith. Huntington lost to Averett 5-3, and Methodist defeated Maryville 5-0. Two and 1 the count to Hewitt. Yesterday in the semifinals of women's tennis, number 1 seed in the East, North Carolina Wesleyan takes care of the 3 seed in the East, Averett 5-0. As this one high in the air, Holland waiting for it just on the outfield grass for out number 2.
Now batting the catcher, Scotty Mcguire.
2 down now for Scotty Mcguire, the catcher. Mcguire grounded back to the pitcher in the second inning, had a 2 RBI single in the third inning as the first one up and back out of play, 0-1 the count. In the other semifinal yesterday in women's tennis, number 1 seed in the West, Piedmont, takes care of the 2 seed in the East, Methodist, 5-3. So today, it's 1 versus 1 in women's tennis as this one hit out towards right. Moore jogging back, looks over the shoulder and makes the grab for out number 3. Back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for the Panthers. We will go to the bottom of the 5th, 4-1, Pride with the lead, and back with more baseball after this quick timeout.
The shortstop, Rhett Holland.
Welcome back out. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning. 9-1-2 coming up for the Panthers. They're down 4-1 to the Pride. It'll be Holland, Chatham, and then Erms due up. Up first, the senior from Prattville, Alabama, Rhett Holland. Holland drove walk back in the third inning in his first plate appearance. That one way up high. And all the way back to the backstop. "59 pitches, 32 for strikes through 4 innings so far for Slater. One 0 pitch. Comes back with a strike. One and one the count. Slater fires low and away to the lefty. Two and one the count. Here's the 2-1. Goes down to one knee almost. Fouls it off, 2-2. Both starters still in this contest for both sides. Slater giving up his first run in that last frame to the Panthers. All 4 runs for Greensboro came in that third inning. Part of a 4-run, 5-hit inning. And they still left 2 on the base pads, 1 in scoring position. When was said and done, they plated 9, or excuse me, they sent 9 to the plate. As this one fought off out towards right center. Playing shallow that time was Carroll, and he makes the catch for out number 1.
Second baseman, Cale Chatham.
So go back to the top of the order, and Cale Chatham. Chatham, the freshman out of Woodstock, Georgia. 1 for 2 today, struck out in his first at-bat, singled in his last at-bat in the third. First pitch, floats across for a strike. Out of all the second baseman, Cale Chatham, second in terms of batting average at .417. His counterpart, Rodrigues, is third in terms of batting average for all second basemen here in the tournament, hitting .294. Top spot went to Methodist Parker's Clayton at .444. As a called strike 3 will ring up Chatham for the second time today.
Center fielder, McKinley Erms.
2 down, nobody aboard now for McKinley Erms, the center fielder. McKinley 0 for 2. Grounded out to third in the first, struck out in the third inning. First pitch he sees is a little bit low and inside to the righty for ball 1. The 1-0. Stayed outside, 2-0 the count. Irvin, the Panthers, trying to fight their way back into this one. And that'll be ball 4. So a 2-out walk issued to McKinley Erms. The second walk given up on the day by Slater, and it brings up Joe Ruth. And the shift will be on again here for Ruth. They will move Curtis behind the bag at second. Rodrigues more middle, and now They're going to go a little bit less with the shift. Now Curtis actually going back to his shortstop position. Play up the middle. This one thrown high, out to right, out to center field. Urs will slide into second, take off to third, and McKinley Urs in at third. And I think that's why they were trying to position Curtis away from the shift and a little more towards short to have someone ready to throw and a better angle on it for McDade. But McDade just airmailed that one out to center field. Carroll was the only one even close to it in center field to collect, and McKinley Urs strides his way into third. That'll be the second error of the day on Greensboro as that one skips off of McDade, or excuse me, off of Mcguire rather. And Urs stays put. That'll be the second error in the second consecutive inning. One on the pitcher, one on the catcher so far today. In softball action right now, Maryville, bottom of the fifth inning, they lead Averett 5-0. I believe if Maryville wins, that will be the championship for them. Averett needs to win 2. After a brief meeting, everyone back. You look at this tournament, out of the 23 past winners of this tournament, North Carolina Wesleyan has won 7 of them. Christopher Newport has won 5, no longer a member of the conference. Methodist 3 times they've won this tournament. LaGrange twice. Ferrum no longer now, won twice as well. Averett, Greensboro, Huntington, and former member Shenandoah all with 1 win. Greensboro last won the tournament, their only win, back in 1998, before their SID was even born. Rio misses ball 4, and Ruth issued the walk. So Urs at third, Ruth is at first. Runners on the corners for the Panthers with 2 outs, and here's the cleanup man, and E.J. Churchich, the DH. He is 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to short in the first, lined out to second in the fourth. On the last line out, he put it right back up the middle on a liner to Rodrigues in the shift, and once again they will shift over towards left field for him as well. So this one pulled foul. And we'll see what Ruth does over at first with this shift on. If he takes the chance. Ruth, the leading base stealer for the Panthers. 15 of 17 in the stolen base department this season. Slater turns and tosses. This one a hit in the hole. No one's at second. He'll throw to first. Jowell cannot come up with it. This one will hop over the fencing and into the bullpen. And the Panthers will plate another. They will call that one a hit, as Curtis had to go deep in the hole. There was no one covering second. Only play was at first, and he threw it in the dirt towards Jar. So a hit. Urs comes in from third to make it 4-2. Ruth advances to third on the play. Churchich will end up at first when all is said and done. And that'll be another error. The third of the day on Greensboro. Yeah. One and 0 the count now. Trey Pierce, the first baseman at the plate. He's 0 for 2, looking to break out here for LaGrange. 1-0 pitch in there for his strike, 1-1. the junior lefty out of Tallahassee, Florida. Bounced out to the shortstop in the second, lined out to short in the fourth. And once again, they had the shift on for him then. They have the shift on for him now. As Curtis, the shortstop, behind the bag at second. Rodrigues in between first and second, just on the outfield grass, and Jar playing back at first base, a couple of steps off the outfield edge. 2-1 pitch, called a strike. Two and two the count. The tying run in this ball game, sitting in scoring position at second. Churchich at second, Ruth is aboard at third. The 2-2 offering outside, and will add to the drama at 3-2. Three and two the count. Slater readies, fires. This one bounced towards Jar at first. He can't scoot it up. Throw to first. He missed it. Jar will go collect. 1 run scores, 2 run scores. And all the way to second goes Pierce on an unlikely play. Ruth comes in from third. Churchich from second. Pierce aboard at first, and I'm not sure how he even got there. Jar had booted it at first, but Slater was tailing the play, and it looked like Slater had a good shot at getting Pierce out at first, and somehow just threw it away. It bounced twice off the leather of Jar, and just like that, we're tied at 4 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Judd Moore now up, the right fielder. First pitch he sees is in for his strike. Panthers have played at 3 in the bottom of this 5th inning. Two more errors have been added. Jar, the first baseman, and the pitcher, I'm assuming. Okay. They have 5 errors in the game now, 4 of them coming in this inning, which has allowed LaGrange to come back and tie it up at 4 apiece. 1-1 the count. The pitch. Away, 2-1. I'm still amazed. I thought Slater for sure made a great defensive play, tailing it and then flipping it over to Jar, and Jar just couldn't handle. 2-1 the count. The pitch on the way, floated high, 3-1. Three and one the count. Pierce aboard at first, or excuse me, at second. This pitch right into the glove, and Slater with the nonchalant grab for out number 3. Slater says, I'm not worried. Here we go. 3 runs, 1 hit, 4 errors, 1 left on base. We're tied at 4. Top of the 6th we go. Back with more baseball after this quick break. Welcome back out. Knotted at 4 here in this championship round. Top of the 6th inning we go. First pitch, Bittner. 91 pitches entering this 6th frame. He will face Bryant, Carroll, Jar, 5, 6, and 7 in the batting order. Bryant, 1 for 2 today. Went down looking in the 2nd, singled in the 3rd. And you can tell out there right now the Panther fans with a little more life here at Cleveland Field at Williamson Stadium. 2-0 the count. Bittner fires. That one is low again, 3-0. .30 called a strike, 3-1. Another strike. 3-2 the count. We talk about Bittner, 91 pitches through 5. After that last inning, 89 pitches now total. For Slater coming in as he threw 30 pitches in that last inning. That one up and away, 3-2 the count remains. But what's glaring the Pride right now in the face is the 5 errors. None of those runs to Slater are earned. 3-2 the count. Righty-lefty, righty-righty matchup. The pitch popped up out towards center. Ers, plenty of room, waiting for it to reorbit. Will make the catch for out number 1.
Now batting center fielder Blake Carroll.
Brings up the center fielder now, and Blake Carroll. Jowell walking to 2nd. Popped out to short in the 3rd. First pitch in there for a strike. Carroll is one of the more emphatic batters I've seen here in this tournament. That one off the top of the bat. You can tell Carroll has a love of the game as he lives on every pitch. 0-2 pitch, down low as he resets himself again. 1-2 the count, 1 out, nobody out here, top of the 6th inning. Swung on and missed for strike 3. 4th K of the day for Gibson Bittner for the Panthers.
First baseman Derek Jar.
Brings up the first baseman Derek Jar. Jar 0 for 2 today. Went down looking in the 2nd, popped out to the catcher in foul territory in the 3rd inning. First pitch to the first baseman. Is that one thrown over? Oh, and 1 the count. Sometimes you just got to get that out of your system, you know? A 1 pitch, swung on and missed. Oh, and 2 the count. Bittner ready again, working quickly now. Fires, check, did he go? Ball is dropped. Jar realizes it, turns, goes to first, but McDade fires, and the 3rd consecutive 1-2-3 inning for the LaGrange Panther defense. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 4-4 is your score. Back with more baseball after this quick break. And welcome back out. First change of the day, pitching-wise, will be made by the Greensboro Pride. They will bring in Joseph Holly, his senior righty out of Jacksonville, Florida, to come in for Slater. First pitch in for a strike. 0-1 the count. Panthers will send Larison, McDade, and Holland to the line. And Larison with a leadoff hit, his second hit of the day for the Panthers.
Now batting the catcher, Austin McDade.
Austin McDade up 0 for 2 now for the catcher. Grounded out in the third. Flew out to center in the fourth inning. Bunt, first base side goes foul on McDade. On the season, Holly, a 10.13 ERA, making his 13th appearance of the year, comes in with a 1-2 record and 2 saves. In 18 2/3 has given up 32 hits, 22 runs, 21 earned, 9 walks, 12 strikeouts, and opposing batters. As this one hits the dirt and rolls back to the backstop, it will allow Larison to go to second. Holly, opposing batters, hitting .410 right now off the senior from Jacksonville, Florida.
All right, Austin, come on. Go, Austin.
1-1 the count.
Go, Gator.
This one, bunt, hit him. Went to bunt and hit him right in the top of the thigh. Hit his left leg, it looked like. Yeah, he kept the bat out there, so that's an unfortunate way for a strike to happen. 1-2 the count now on McDade, the catcher. And if there's a guy with sore quads, hamstrings, what it is, it's always going to be a catcher. So I'm sure he felt that one. 1-2 the count. Larison aboard at second. The go-ahead run in this contest now for the Panthers, standing aboard in scoring position. They'll square to bunt, pull back. Still showing bunt with 2 strikes, 2-2 the count. Slater's day is done. 89 pitches, 45 for strikes through 5 innings of work. Gave up 5 hits, 4 runs. None of the runs were earned for Slater. 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Faced a total of 24 batters. Did the junior lefty out of Clearwater, Florida. Check it, second. McDade fires, nice bunt, drops it down, throw it to first. Actually, nope, they're gonna say foul. And that'll be a strike 3. And now, Coach Maldonado wants to have a word. Maldonado now talking with the home plate umpire. He's out regardless. 2-3, yeah. 2-3 on the out.
Now batting the shortstop, Rhett Holland.
So Larison at second, 1 out now, and it brings up Rhett Holland, the senior out of Prattville, Alabama. The lefty drew a walk in the third, flew out to center in the 5th. First pitch to the lefty, outside, good block by Mcguire. Both of these catchers alert the rest of the way here, especially in this championship game. As this one just able to get a piece of it, but knocked it down at Holland. 1-1 the count. One offering, swung on, hit towards first, off the glove of Jowell again. Rodrigues picks it up, fires. Jowell cannot hang on to it. Holland is aboard via the 6th error of the day. E4, okay. They will go E4. But the Pride, now 6 errors in this contest through 6 innings. And now a meeting on the mound. Coach Maldonado talking to his infield. Larison, by the way, over at third. Holland is aboard at first. And right now, it seems like all the breaks going the way of the Panthers. In women's softball, top of the 7th inning, Maryville still leads Averett 5-0. We go back to the top of the order now for the Panthers and Cale Chatham. Chatham 1 for 3 today with a couple of strikeouts. His lone hit came in the 3rd inning. The freshman out of Woodstock, Georgia, waits in the left-handed batter's box, bumps, pops it up, and it's dropped in fair territory. They will get the runner out at second, throw back to third. It's mishandled by the third baseman, but ends up underneath him. So, fielder's choice on the 1-6. Chatham safe at first. Holland out going to second as he got a late jump on that one, waiting to see what happened with the pop-up. That'll be out number 2. Panthers will remain with runners on the corners. Larison will stay at third. Chatham will stay at first. McKinley Irvs, the center fielder, now up to the plate with 2 on and 2 out. Trying to bring the Panthers into the lead for the first time today. Irvs 0 for 2 today with a walk and a run scored. He bounced out to third in the first, struck out in the third, and drew a walk and scored in that 5th inning as the first pitch here popped up into the right out of play. If you've ever wanted to be a baseball statistician, this would be your game to cover. As far as stats go, this game's had a little bit of everything already here through the 6th inning. This one hit hard out to right. Osborne going back, still going, and makes the catch for out number 3. So after all is said and done, the Panthers come up empty in the bottom half of the 6th inning. No runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left on base. We go to the top of the 7th. 4-4 ball game. Back with more baseball after this.
Leading off the Pride, right fielder Tim Osborne.
Welcome back out. We go to the top of the 7th, tied at 4. 8, 9, and 1 coming up to the plate. For the Pride, Osborne, Rodrigues, and Price. Bittner now will work into his 7th inning, 105 pitches already, 106 is a strike. 105 and 72 pitches, now 73 thrown for strikes today. 0-1. Off the end of the bat, dribbled towards short, Holland up with it, fires to first in time for out number 1.
Now batting second baseman Jacob Rodrigues.
So bring up the second baseman in Jacob Rodrigues. 1 for 2 today for Rodrigues. Singled and scored in the 3rd, lined out to 3rd in the 4th inning. He put a shot right at Ruth. This one he popped up. Waiting on it, Ruth squeezing on the infield grass for out number 2. Back to the top of the order we go now for the Pride. Number 9, Tyler Price up. The senior out of Stanley, North Carolina is 1 for 2 today with a walk and a run scored. His lone hit was the first hit of the contest for either team back in the top half of the 1st inning. This pitch off the dirt, off the glove, and then back to the netting. 1-0 the count. Go, 2-0 the count. It's a strike, 2-1. Panthers. Just in case, they have Tanner Chafin and Spencer Douches warming up in their bullpen to our right. 2-1 pitch, way outside, 2-2. Senio was warming up at last check in the Greensboro bullpen. Chenzo Senio, the junior righty, we've seen him a couple times in this tournament as well. 3-1, fought off. 3-2 the count on Tyler Price. Of course, yesterday, a golf champion was crowned. It was Huntington, as they take the 2019 team crown. This one fouled down. Count stays at 3-2. They also had the top 2 golfers in the tournament. Drew Mathers from Huntington, -11 for the tournament. Stephen Shepard from Huntington, -5 for the tournament. Larkin Gross from Methodist went -4. North Carolina Wesleyan had Mariano Silvestri. Methodist had Brantley Phillips tie at -2 in the 4th spot. 3-2 pitch from Bittner. Fought off again into the netting. Three and 2 the count, and now it's final. Maryville has defeated Averett in women's softball 5-0. I believe that will be the title for the Fighting Scots in women's softball. Swung on and missed. Bittner, his 6th K of the day. And that will end the inning, and the 4th consecutive 1-2-3 inning for the Panther defense. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Time to stretch here at Cleveland Field at Williamson Stadium. 4-4 our score. Back with more baseball after a quick break.
For LaGrange, third baseman Joe Ruth.
Welcome back out. We're tied at 4 apiece. Bottom of the 7th we go. Ruth, Churchich, Pierce due up. 3, 4, and 5 in the Panther batting order. Up first is Joe Ruth. And the freshman takes a first pitch strike. The lefty 1 for 2 today with the walk and a run scored. Singled in the first, flew out to center in the third, drew a walk and scored in the 5th. Holly going into his second inning of work, fired 13 pitches, 10 for strikes in the first one as this one skips off the hill and out into center field for a base hit.
Now batting designated hitter E.J. Churchich.
Ruth, the freshman, leads off with the single. Brings up the DH now in E.J. Churchich. The junior out of Bluffton, South Carolina, is 1 for 3 today. Singled and scored in that last inning in the 5th. First pitch, throw back to Jar. Not in time on the snap throw. 1-0 the count to Churchich. As we stated before, Ruth, the best base stealer for the Panthers this season. 15 stolen bases in 17 attempts here in 2019. Bunt, pushed right toward second. No one there. The shift was on. The other hand flip. Got him at first. And now Coach Kelton will come all the way over from the line at third and talk to the first base umpire. Churchich thought he was safe. The Panther faithful thought he was safe. Coach Kelton will continue to talk. Ruth advancing to second on the play. I don't think you're going to change the mind, though, of the man in blue. One out, brings up Trey Pierce, the first baseman. Whether you thought he was safe or not, it was a great defensive effort by Rodrigues. They had the shift on. He had to come all the way from behind the bag at second as that bunt was pushed by Churchich, and Rodrigues with the barehanded underhand flip to Jar to get the out. First pitch to Trey Pierce. It's a swing and a miss, 0-1. Pierce, the junior out of Tallahassee, Florida. 0 for 3, reached on an error in the last inning. He's grounded out to short, lined out to short. Shift is on again for him here on the right side of the infield. He's hit a couple right back up the middle to Curtis. Is Curtis behind the bag at second. Rodrigues just on the edge of the grass between first and second, and Jar playing back at first as well. As this one hit towards Jar, glove down, he'll hold on to it, step on the bag at first for out number 2. Ruth will go to third on the play.
Right fielder, Judd Moore.
So 2 down. Go ahead run standing at third for LaGrange brings up Judd Moore, the right fielder. Moore, the sophomore out of Oxford, Alabama. Steps in, 1 for 3 today. A single and a run scored in the 4th inning as he'll pull this one foul past the bag at first. 0-1 the count, the pitch. A little bit low and outside to the lefty. 1-1 the count. Panthers 4 for 11 with 2 outs today. As this one fouled off. Greensboro 0 for 7 with 2 outs today. With runners on though, Greensboro 444 average of 4 for 9. The Panthers just 3 for 13. Hitting .231 with runners on. And it drops down to 182 with runners in scoring position as that one way outside. 2-2 the count. Greensboro with runners in scoring position. They are 2 of 5 today. 2-2 pitch on the way. Fought off again. Moore continues to battle for the Panthers. Ruth aboard at third. 2 outs. Count remains at 2-2. This one fought off again. Moore steps back up. Sophomore getting his money's worth here at this at-bat. Holly sets, fires. Pulled foul again. I have this as pitch number 9 coming to him. This one, line shot, and that's a base hit. The sophomore, patient, waited it out, lines into left field, and the Panthers will take their first lead of the day here in the bottom of the 7th at 5-4. Judd Moore stuck with it, kept battling against Tolley. And Moore plates his first RBI of the day, his second hit of the day for LaGrange College. Layerson now up. Jack Layerson, the left fielder. 2 for 3 today is Layerson. 2 singles, 1 RBI for the sophomore out of Ponte Vedra, Florida. Taking off, this one hit off the glove of Jar. Layerson going, it was a hit and run on, goes all the way to right field. They're gonna turn, they're gonna throw him down, send him from third, the play at the plate, sliding in safe. Throw down to third is not in time. Everybody's safe around the board. Moore scores all the way from first. Layerson ends up at third when all is said and done. We're going to give that an RBI hit. An RBI hit, a double. Okay. A double for Layerson. An RBI, he ends up at third. Moore all the way from first comes in as that one skipped off the leather of Jar, and now Holly beans McDade in the back. Oh, and 2 the count. And now the Pride need to settle back down defensively. You've seen Mcguire come out and you see him talking with his infield. He gives the singles, but earlier he was telling everyone to settle back down, and we're still in this one. Rhett Holland now up, the 9th batter in the lineup. 7th batter of the inning. The shortstop, 0 for 2 with a walk today. He reached twice though, walked in the 3rd, reached on an error in the 6th inning. Runners on the corners. First pitch swung on and missed. Panthers 6-4 lead here, bottom of the 7th inning. Both teams into this title game for the 3rd time. 0-1 pitch. Outside the Panthers, this is the 3rd consecutive championship round contest. Greensboro, their 3rd time, 98, 2006, and 2019. 1-1 the count on Holland. The pitch in there for a strike, 1-2. One-two pitch, swung on and missed, and Holly gets the ring up to end the inning, but LaGrange, they will take the lead. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 2 left. We go to the top of the 8th, 6-4. Panthers with the lead, back with more baseball after this quick timeout. Welcome back out. Top of the 8th inning we go. Panthers with a 6-4 lead. 2, 3, and 4 coming up for the Pride. Curtis, Hewitt, Mcguire. Bittner will stay in. 116 pitches already through 7 innings. 80 of those thrown for strikes. First pitch popped up. Waiting on it. Pierce, now in foul territory, will make the catch for out number 1. Brings up the senior Lincoln Hewitt out of Gainesville, Georgia. Hewitt 0 for 3 today. You look at what Bittner has done today. The Pride, 1 hit in the first, 4 hits in the 3rd. But Greensboro has not had a man reach base since putting up those 4 runs in the 3rd inning. This one up and away. 2-0 the count. The last batter to reach was Chance Bryant, the DH, back in the 3rd inning. As this one bounced in front of the plate, Bittner off the hill, stumbles, fires to first, and Pierce able to hang on for out number 2. Scotty Mcguire, the catcher up.
Scotty Mcguire.
He is 1 for 3 today. And 2 RBI single in the 3rd, his lone hit on the day. Bittner readies the righty-righty. Matchup begins. First pitch is a strike. Bittner, 10 pitches in that first inning, 27 in the second, 28 in the third. And then it went 13, 13, 14, and 11 in the last inning. As this one popped up. Right side, Chatham will take it and squeeze it. And that is the 5th consecutive 1-2-3 inning for Bittner and the Panthers. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 6-4 LaGrange with the lead. Back with more baseball after this.
Second baseman Carroll Chatham.
Welcome back out. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 1, 2, and 3 coming up for LaGrange College. Chatham, Irves, and Ruth. Off first, Cale Chatham. First pitch swinging, fouls it off to the left, out of play. Chatham 1 for 4 on the day. Single came in the 3rd inning. He struck out in the 1st and the 5th. Last time at bat, reached on a fielder's choice. This one hit softly to Rodrigues at second. To Jar for the first out. One away, nobody aboard for McKinley Irves. Irves looking for his first hit of the day. He's reached once. That was a walk drawn in the 5th inning. He scored in that inning as well. First pitch checked, went around enough. 0-1 count. Irves bounced out to 3rd in the 1st inning, struck out in the 3rd, walked and scored in the 5th, flew out to right field in the 6th inning. This pitch tails low, 1-1 the count. Holly goes into his 3rd inning of relief. 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, given up. No walks, 1 strikeout. 1-1 pitch outside. Two and 1 the count. That pitch now number 40 for Holly here in relief. 2-1 offering. Line shot, and that will be the first hit of the day for the sophomore from Huntsville, Alabama. 2-1 count. He'll take opposite field into right.
Third baseman Joe Root.
This will bring up Joe Ruth. Ruth 2 for 3 with the walk, 2 runs scored. He had a single and a run scored in that last inning in the 7th. First pitch, shift is on, gets away, Irves fires, bobbled, that one over the head off the glove of Rodrigues out to center field. And McKinley Irves will stride to 3rd when all is said and done. Mcguire couldn't quite get it out of his glove before firing. It went high. Rodrigues had a shot. It went off the top of the leather and out into center field. Okay. He will go to third on the air. Wild pitch in an air. Wild pitch in an air. They're going to talk to Holly. And so Ers. And that'll be error number 7 on the day now for Greensboro. Meeting adjourned, 1-0 the count here on Ruth. This pitch outside. 2-0 the count. This one inside. Ers will hold it second. The infield in on the grass for this one. Trying to not let LaGrange get anything else to come across here before we head to the top of the ninth. Three and 0 the count. Infield in, taken all the way. Strike one. The senior pitcher ready. The freshman batter waits. 3-1 pitch swung on and missed as Ruth went chasing on that one. Three and 2 the count. Holly fires. Just got a piece of it. Did Ruth. For Greensboro in the bottom or the top of the ninth inning, they will have their DH up first. It'll be 5, 6, and 7. In fact, the last man to reach base was Chance Bryant back in the third inning for the Pride, and he will be the first man up in the ninth. This one hit out to left field in shallow territory. They're going to send McKinley Ers after the tag. He slides in and scores, and Ers emphatically will make it 7-4 in favor of LaGrange College. Sack fly RBI for Joe Ruth, his first ribby of the day. 7-4 now is your score. Panthers lead is up to 3. 2 outs, nobody aboard for the DH, E.J. Churchage. Churchage 1 for 4 today. First pitch to the righty, breaks in there for a strike. Churchage grounded out to short in the first, lined out to second in the fourth inning, singled and scored in the fifth, and then bounced out to second in the seventh inning. When you look at what they've done with the shift, they once again shift the left side of the infield for the right-handed batter. Rodrigues playing behind second. This one popped up into shallow right center. Could be trouble coming on the center fielder. And the catch made. Wonderful diving catch by Carroll out in right center field, and that will end the inning. Panthers, though, add one more, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and nobody left on base. Top of the ninth we go. Pride down by 3, and we'll be back for the top of the ninth right after this quick break. Welcome back out. We go to the top half of the ninth inning. Panthers leading 7-4 in this championship round contest.
Designated hitter, Chance Bryant.
Bryant, Carroll, Jar. 5, 6, and 7 in the batting order. First pitch. In for a strike. That is pitch 123 now for Gibson Bittner, as he tries to go the distance for LaGrange. Just the third time all year he's actually pitched over 5 innings. One in the dirt, 1-1. Chance Bryant, as we were saying, the last man to get a hit against Bittner. That came back in the third inning as part of that 4-run, 5-hit inning. All 4 runs scored in that third for Greensboro, but the bats have been quiet, and Bittner has been effective since then. 1-1 offering. High and inside, 2-1. Bittner, in fact, in that last inning in the 8th, just 6 pitches thrown, 5 for strikes. 2-1 the count here. 2-1 pitch. Towards third, fair ball as this one gets past Ruth at third. Bryant will turn the corner and ahead, and now the last 2 hits for the Pride have come off the bat of the DH. Chance Bryant, is the sophomore, gives life here to the Pride.
Now batting center fielder, Blake Carroll.
Blake Carroll, the center fielder, comes to the plate. 0 for 2 today, and a walk drawn. His alone time on base was back in the second inning. First pitch, down low and outside to the righty for ball 1. Bittner went 5 innings last on April 3rd. 7 strikeouts were his high on the year. The only other time he went more than 5 innings was February 13th at Emory, as this one shot foul left side. One hopper over a, is that a minivan or an SUV? I can't tell. SUV, okay. Want to be accurate. 1-1 the count. So Bittner definitely into uncharted territory here for the Panthers. Gets the strike call on the inside edge. 1-2. We said Carroll coming in, he was the hot bat. He was 14 of 23 coming into this game, batting .609 in the tournament. But looking for his first hit today. 1-2 pitch. Can't get it inside. Bittner wanted it, but that was way inside on Carroll. 2-2. Two and two the count. Bittner checks second, tosses. And they caught a piece of him. Two and two the count. Pitching-wise today, Slater was the starter for Greensboro, went 5 innings, gave up 5 hits, 4 runs, none of the 4 earned, walked 3, struck out 3, faced 24 batters on 89 pitches, 45 for strikes. As this one swung on and missed, dropped. McDade has to go back and find it. He'll fire down to first in time, and sliding into third will be Bryant as he took off on the play. K and a 2-3 put out. So that will tie a season high in strikeouts now for Gibson Bittner with 7. 1 out, runner on third, and here's the first baseman, Derek Jar. Jar 0 for 3 on the day. He has struck out twice looking, once in the second, once in the 6th, and then popped out in foul territory to the catcher in the third. First pitch, breaker, in there for a strike. Holly followed up Slater in relief. Holly, 3 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. No walks, 1 strikeout, 51 pitches for Holly, 37 for strikes. Is that one way high? 1-1. One and one the count, 1 on, 1 out for the Pride. This one bounced back up the middle. It will skip through, and 7-5 is now your score here in the top of the ninth. So the first baseman, Jar, comes through. Just the second hit since the third inning.
Greensboro, number 14, Braden King.
A new hitter will be Braden King. And we'll see, and this will do it for Gibson Bittner. The sophomore gets a nice hand coming off the mound. His longest outing in his Panther career at 8 1/3 innings. He had to survive the first 3 innings, but he has been sensational for the Panthers. For the rest of this contest, as it'll be 31, Spencer Douches.
For the Panthers now on the mound, number 31, Spencer Douches.
Douches, the junior righty out of Auburn, Georgia, coming in trying to close it out for LaGrange. Douches comes in with a .55 ERA, 3-0 on the year, has 2 saves on the season as well. Douches, the junior righty, making his 16th appearance of the season. In 33 innings pitched, he's given up 25 hits, just 6 runs, and only 2 of the 6 were earned. 8 walks, 36 strikeouts. Opposing batters hitting .203 off the junior righty from Auburn, Georgia. As Douches finishes his warm-ups. Bittner, 135 pitches today, 93 of them for strikes. And Braden King up to the plate now. King, a junior out of Graham, North Carolina. First pitch the righty sees is in there for a strike. On the season, Braden King batting .193. 11 for 57 with 10 runs scored, 4 RBIs, 2 doubles out of the 11 hits, slugging at .228, on-base percentage of .292, 3 walks to 6 strikeouts, and 5 times he has been hit by a pitch. This one, a dribbler to second, Chatham waiting, goes with the shore play to first in time for out number 2. Actually, check that. Braden King was pinch running. That was Osborne at the plate, so King is the runner now at second. My apologies to Osborne. 2 outs. King is at second for Rodrigues, the second baseman. It's down to 1 out now for the Panthers, trying to win their 3rd consecutive tournament title. Two and 0 the count, the pitch. 2-1 the count. Rodrigues waits, high chopper, douches off the mound, spinning, firing, 360 pirouette, and the Panthers have won it. Their third consecutive tournament title. And Coach Kelton and the Panthers dogpiling out at second. Behind the arm of the sophomore, Gibson Bittner. The Panthers come back and win it 7-5. 7 runs, 10 hits, no errors, 9 left for the Panthers. 5 runs on 8 hits, 7 errors today for the Pride, and 4 left on base. Bittner will get the win, go to 8-3 on the season. Slater picks up the loss to drop to 4-4, and Douches picks up his 3rd save here in 2019 as LaGrange College becomes the first ever team in the USA South to win 3 consecutive tournament titles. As the table's set up, and we will keep the stream rolling. Panthers 30-9 now, Greensboro 22-18, but the Pride definitely fought their way through this tournament to end up in this championship game. Much has to be applauded to Coach Maldonado and his crew, as well as they fought and battled all the way through this 4-day tournament. Panthers coming up once again, timely hits today for LaGrange College. Greensboro came away with 4 runs in the top of that 3rd inning. Got a lot of momentum early on. Panthers able to put up 1 in the bottom of the 4th. They tied it up in the bottom of the 5th at 4-4, and we stayed that way to the 7th. LaGrange tacked on 2 in the 7th, 1 in the bottom of the 8th. Greensboro able to get 1 back on an RBI by Jar in the top of the 9th. But the Panthers hang on 7-5 for the three-peat here in LaGrange, Georgia. And now you see the handshake line, a nice show of appreciation from both sets of fans here at Cleveland Field at Williamson Stadium. And we'll keep it right here and talk you through the award ceremony here in front of home plate. Bittner, by the way, 8 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, all 5 earned. Walked 2, struck out a season-high 7 today.
Ladies and gentlemen,
faced 34 on 135 pitches, 93 for strikes.
Commissioner Dr. Tom Hart will present the all-tournament team. At catcher from Greensboro College, Scotty Mcguire.
Scotty Mcguire from Greensboro on the all-tournament team, listed as the catcher. Goes out to greet Dr. Tom Hart.
At first base from LaGrange College, Trey Pierce.
At first base, it'll be Trey Pierce, the junior out of Tallahassee, Florida.
At second base from LaGrange College, Cale Chatham.
Cale Chatham will get the honors from LaGrange. At second base, the freshman out of Woodstock, Georgia.
At third base from Greensboro College, Tyler Price.
At third, it'll be Tyler Price. Came into this game batting .450, the leading hitter coming into this one in the tournament.
At shortstop, from Greensboro College,
Price.
Hunter Curtis.
Senior out of Stanley, North Carolina. At shortstop, it'll be Hunter Curtis, the junior out of Graham, North Carolina.
In the outfield, from LaGrange College, Jack Larison.
The sophomore, Jack Larison, on the all-tournament team. Sophomore out of Ponte Vedra, Florida.
In the outfield, from Greensboro College, Blake Carroll.
Also out there from Greensboro, Blake Carroll. Carroll came in as the hottest hitter in the tournament, 14 for 23 coming into this contest. Carroll.
At designated hitter, from LaGrange College, E.J. Churchill.
Carroll, a sophomore out of Lando Lakes, Florida. As the DH, E.J. Churchich, his name is announced, the junior from Bluffton, South Carolina. Make his way out to greet Dr. Hart.
At pitcher, from Greensboro College, Will Hicks.
From Greensboro, Will Hicks gets the nod. Hicks is senior, righty out of Pleasant Garden, North Carolina. Had a tremendous tournament to get the Pride to this point here today. I believe he went back-to-back days at starter.
College, Austin Fain.
And for LaGrange College, it'll be Austin Fain, a senior, a righty out of Arrington, Alabama, with a great performance last night to propel the Panthers into the championship round.
USA South Baseball Tournament Most Valuable Player, from LaGrange College, outfielder Judd Moore.
Judd Moore gets the nod as the MVP for the Panthers, the sophomore out of Oxford, Alabama. Moore instrumental today. He had the game-winning RBI, went 2 for 4 today with 2 runs scored. Game-winning RBI came into this game hitting .538 in the tournament. As you see the conclusion, we'll end with the presentation of the trophy.
The USA South would like to thank you, the fans, for attending and congratulate both teams on a tournament well played. Finally, the 2019 USA South Baseball Tournament Championship Trophy is awarded to this year's champions, the LaGrange College Panthers.
Coach Kelton out there to stand with Dr. Tom Hart and receive the 2019 tournament trophy. Once again, the Panthers, the first ever team to three-peat the tournament in the USA South. And the 24th champion named in the tournament as well. Congratulations to both teams out there today for the Pride as well, and Coach Maldonado and his crew, and the Panthers, Coach Kelton, and all the work he and the Panthers have done here in 2019. And that's going to do it for our broadcast. Hope you enjoyed the 4 days of baseball here at Cleveland Field at Williamson Stadium and over at Point as well. We saw just about everything throughout this tournament, stretching well in past the midnight hour on Thursday. 3 great games yesterday and a great championship game here on this Sunday afternoon to conclude the 2019 tournament. For everybody helping out here in the press box, Andrew, Adam, Troy, Wes, everybody from Methodist as well, the SIDs, all the video help as well with Nikovia, Emily, Riley, John Hughes, the SID here at LaGrange College as well. All providing great information and making me sound 300 IQ points smarter than I really am. It's been an enjoyable tournament. I want to thank USA South for allowing me to call all these tournament games as well, and that's going to do it for me here in 2019. Thanks again. Final score once again, Panthers 7-5 winners as they three-peat here in the USA South Tournament, the first ever team to do such a feat. For now, good night, everybody.